The year is coming to an end and a lot has happened since I started writing full-time. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about the 3 lessons that I've learned from more or less writing full-time for 6 months. And for those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Natalie. I am an author and a growth marketer. I'm taking a year off from work to study writing and to write full time. During this time, I've started a podcast, I've started this YouTube channel, and I've written quite a lot. So today I wanted to talk about what I've learned from writing full time, because it's been amazing. Don't get me wrong, but it's also been, it has been quite hard as well. And I've learned quite a few things. I also want to talk a little bit about the things I've accomplished and the goals I set for myself when I started this journey. So how did it go writing full time? Well, during this time, I have written 3 books. One of them is a chick lit / women's fiction book that I've actually sent away to some people, and I am waiting for a response. And I've also written 2 fantasy books. Those are still at the first draft level. It's the first 2 books in my 5-book fantasy series. And I am currently editing book 1 of those. And I've also actually booked an editor, so I do have a hard deadline for that one. And yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what my editor tells me when it comes to the manuscript, because we've been talking a little bit about the outline for the entire series. So yeah, it will be fun to see if she got the concept of the book while I told her the outline, or if it's completely different from that one. And during 2023, I've also started a podcast. The podcast is available here on YouTube, and it's also available on Spotify, podcast from Apple, Google Podcasts, and basically anywhere where you can find podcasts. It's called A Year of Writing, and I will link it in the description below. And I'm going to be totally open and transparent. The podcast has had 16 episodes so far. The 17th will come out before the end of the year. And on podcast platforms, it has had 162 plays. But here on YouTube, it has gone a lot better. It has had 1,700 plays. So I can see that my podcast is definitely more popular here on YouTube. I think a lot more people actually find it because they're searching for things that has to do with writing and stuff like that. But I'm not sure. I'm going to look a bit more at the numbers and see if I can see some trends when it comes to search patterns and stuff like that. But yeah, I think for season 1 of the podcast, those are actually quite okay numbers. I'm really pleased. And I'm looking forward to planning season 2 and beginning to film that one, because now that I have some data, I can also see what kind of topics you guys like. I can see what you like on YouTube, but I can also see what you like on the other platforms. As I told you, I also started posting here on YouTube a bit more regularly and started taking this YouTube channel, serious. And it has gone really good. I've gained 252 subscribers. Thank you guys. I love you. I am so happy that you guys want to follow my writing journey. And yeah, it feels amazing. I have had more than 87,000 views here on YouTube, 2,179 likes, 87 comments, 152 shares. I've uploaded 103 times, and my top video has been streamed more than 49 hours. I think that I'm off to a great start. Now I can also see, what kind of videos that are trending and stuff like that. And that will really help me going forward when I look at the plan for the first quarter of 2024. Another thing that I've done during this first 6 months is that I've actually translated my entire website and my blog. And I've also been posting regularly. So now when I post anything, I post it both in Swedish and in English. That means that creating posts and articles for my blog does take a bit longer, of course. But since I live in Sweden and right now all my books are only available in Swedish, I do want to have the website in Swedish as well. But for the future, I mean, I hope one day to be able to translate the, to find an agent that can translate the books to English, or maybe I will do it myself. I don't know, but I do see that the international market is a lot more exciting than just Sweden. Sweden is very small. I mean, we are 10 million people living here, and that's a small market compared to the English-speaking market, of course. So just some thoughts on that. And one thing that I thought I was going to do, but that I actually stopped doing was I stopped posting regularly on Instagram and TikTok. I think when I started taking YouTube more seriously and I started posting 2 times a week, I realized that creating videos, it takes a lot of time, a lot of hours, but if I'm going to post on Instagram and TikTok too, then that will take up too much time from my writing time. So I prioritize that lower, actually. And I think that is something that some of you may struggle with as well. Like, as authors, we have to market ourselves. We have to create this platform. We have to, people have to see us and stuff like that. But in the end, you probably can't do everything, especially not if you're doing everything yourself, which I'm doing. I'm writing scripts for YouTube. I'm filming YouTube. I'm editing it. I'm fixing the sound and everything. So that takes a lot of time, and I love video as a format. I love learning this, but then I have to prioritize, because filming and posting on TikTok and Instagram every day, since I posted a lot of reels and funny videos and stuff like that, that actually took like a day to film every week, which is a lot of time. So, I had to prioritize here. And when it comes to 2024, I'm actually going to do a so-called yearly review that I've learned from aleady, which is he's a big inspiration when it comes to productivity and stuff like that. And if you're interested in doing a yearly review yourself, I will link the video that I watched before my yearly review in the description box. But apart from that, I already know some of the goals that I have for 2024, and I wanted to share them with you. These can be iterated, so, let's be clear. Don't hold it against me later, because I might iterate them after doing my yearly review, though. So my goals for the first 6 months of 2024 is to, number one is, of course, to send the manuscript, The Forbidden Circle, to my editor so that she can take a look at it, and I can get some feedback on what needs fixing. And then, I hope I'm able to send it off to publishers after that. We'll see. And another goal is to finish the first draft of a manuscript that I call The Eternal Library. It's the manuscript, the project I'm going to be working on for my university class, how to write fantasy. And so that one I will probably write it a bit slower than I usually write. Usually I go all in on one project and I write it every day. But here I think I'm going to try and take it a little bit slower, so that it can go with the course, and I can get feedback on it from my classmates whilst writing. We'll see if it works, but I hope to do that. I also plan to finish my non-fiction project. Can't wait to share more details with you guys, but for now, I'm just going to say that I have non-fiction project that I've written. I think I've written 20 or 25% of it so far, of the first draft. So it's something, but yeah. Another goal is, of course, to continue to post here on YouTube every week. I'm not sure if I'm going to do 2 videos a week, but at least 1 video a week continuously, because I love this community and I'm so happy to be a part of it. I also want to produce season 2 of my podcast, A Year of Writing. Can't wait to do that either. And another goal is to try and find some kind of sustainable balance when it comes to posting on social media. I don't want to be like been the last couple of weeks where I haven't posted anything. So I want to post something, but maybe not every day. I want to, continuously post regularly, but not as much as I did at the beginning of 2023. And last but not least, of course, my goal is to continue to write every day. I really love that habit. It has created meaning for me in my life, I guess. So to conclude this has really been like one of the most productive years ever when it comes to writing for me. I am super happy and feel super blessed for being able to take some time off work and focus on my writing. But I also do sometimes feel like, I can do more. I can write more. Maybe I can write more than 2 hours a day. Maybe I should write 3 hours, 4 hours, and I think that's some kind of, for people who are very interested in productivity like I am, it's very easy for us to end up in this wheel where we only want to do more and more and more and more. So another thing that I think I should do is try to prioritize some relaxation and mindfulness and, just be happy for the things I do and try not to stress myself out and try to do everything, I guess. Does that make sense? And now to what you've all been waiting for, the 3 learnings that I'm taking with me from this year. Lesson number 1 is for me to be able to write as much as I do and be as productive as I am, I need to take care of my body and my mind. Because I think that for me, if I have a healthy body, if I eat healthy, if I sleep enough, and if I, move and go to the gym, then my brain works so much better, and those two really go hand in hand for me. And if I, stop going to the gym or start eating unhealthy, then it will affect the way I won't be able to focus as much and stuff like that. So that is the first learning I'm taking with me from this year. Lesson number 2 is that it's okay to reiterate during the year. If you find that you want to do something else than you thought you wanted to do. Like, I wanted to post on YouTube, so I had to pull back and not post as much on social media. That's okay, Remember that. Don't be too hard on yourself. And lesson number 3 is that if you want to have sustainable habits, it's better to start small and then, build up momentum over time. So start by writing a little bit every day, maybe 5 minutes or 15 minutes or half an hour. And then once you have the habit, it's much easier to expand on it and make it, so that you write an hour a day or 2 hours a day, whatever. It really worked well for me too. And that's all for today. If you like this episode, it will really help me if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much for this year. It's been a blast. I will see you on the other side.